How's it going? So here we are, long overdue. Is that sun right in my face? There we go. Long overdue. It's been a lot of weeks since I've had a chance to get out. Just an update. We are all moved to Vernal. Things are moving forward on the property to get a house put in place. Hopefully by January we'll be in a house. Living out of a camp trailer for now. Started work last week for BHI. So I've got work, I've got stuff lining out to have a place in Vernal, and now Honey and I are coming out here finally to be able to look for some sheds. So I have something for you today. Hopefully we'll get into some sheds, fingers crossed. This is a whole new area. I've never been anywhere near this area. Just randomly, looking at the map, picked a spot. But I have some gear I want to review today. Some of you that follow my channel probably know my love-hate relationship with the pack that I'm currently using. I love the way it works, all the strapping it has, the way it carries, but I hate the fact that I can wear two of them out a year, and I've had them not even last a few weeks on me before falling completely apart. So I haven't been real pleased with the quality of Horn Hunter packs. And I've tried other brands. I've had good luck with Badlands lasting better, but I haven't liked their versatility. Don't have enough strapping and that stuff. And then you got some of the really, expensive options. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe some of you are like me. It's not that I can't afford to spend $350 on my hunting pants and $200 for my shirt and $500 for my boots. I just choose not to. A lot of that has to do with when I've spent the extra money, I haven't found the value to be there, and it's just sort of feels like a trendy thing that people, there's just some people that want to say, oh, I'm wearing $1,000 worth of hunting clothes to sit in the cab of my truck. But hey, everybody can spend their money how they want to. But I know there's a lot of us, I've in a lot of my life, I was on a very strict budget, and I didn't have the money to spend a lot on gear, and so I actually have the opportunity to review a couple of lower priced options, a pack and a rangefinder. Bow season's right here on us, and so let me show you. This is the pack I'm trying out. I think you can get this pack for about 130 bucks, and I'll full disclosure here, if I like or hate this thing, doesn't make any difference to me. I get nothing out of this, but they did offer to let me try it. I didn't pay for this pack, but I did look up to see how much it would cost. And I mean, I can tell you that just right out of the bag, I don't see any reason yet to hate it. I mean, the material feels, it's heavy duty. The pack's not heavy, it's light enough, but the material feels decent, the stitching, the way it's put together. So I think I don't know, I'm curious to see how something like this is going to ride. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fill it up with water bottles. I don't think this particular pack, I mean, it's got some straps here, here, and here. I don't think this particular pack will have quite enough strapping for Elk Sheds, and that's kind of the country I think I'm in. But it'll be a good test for it, because I want to be able to put a bunch of weight on it and just see how quickly I can make it fall apart. And then I also have this rangefinder, the HRF 1000 1,000-yard rangefinder. I have a couple of rangefinders already. I love the Vortex Fury binoculars that have the rangefinder in them, but a lot of people like to use a separate one, and I do sometimes, especially for for certain applications. So I thought I'd try this as well and just see how it works. See how how does a $100 rangefinder stack up against the ones that are thousands of dollars. I don't expect it to be those at all, but I know, like me, I don't like to spend a ton of money on gear because I use it hard, and so I'm constantly buying new gear. And I know a lot of you guys out there are on a budget, and if I want to see if these give value. If it's throwing money away to spend a little bit of money. Usually buy once, cry once is true, especially on optics. But on this type of gear, we're going to find out today if this pack can hold up and this rangefinder works. We've had some heavy rain overnight. If we get some overcast, cloudy, it's probably going to get hot. It's very humid, so that's part of the reason why I'm going to pack a bunch of water in here. But without further ado, let's go see if we can't find some elk sheds. All right, just in case you care, here's an unboxing. Haven't had this open yet. There is the Tidewe Rangefinder. It's very small, very lightweight, very small. So we're going to test that out to everything from bow range to 1,000 yards. We are going to be shooting everything today. We'll let you know how it goes. Look at this. Right off the bat, I am super impressed with this. Not super impressed with my ability to get it in screen, but look how quick that's reading. Look how crisp it is. As you move from object to object, so as you scan from object of different ranges, it continuously updates without doing anything different. You just hold the button down, and as I'm going from different yardages, and I really fully expected this thing to kind of be a piece of crap, just because it, you know, of its price range. 8.8 yards, so it'll read super close. I apologize, I'm sitting here holding this with my hand and it's not ideal, but 15 up to 50 up to 226 instantly. I gotta say, my initial impression of this is I have a Leupold rangefinder. I have my Furies. This one, I haven't verified the accuracy. I mean, obviously it looks like it's fairly close to me right now, but as far as how fast it reads, the fact that it tracks and immediately changes from different distances. When I was scanning out here, it just keeps updating your yardage as you go. I'm pretty impressed. I think, like I said, when I looked this up, I think it was about $100 for this rangefinder. It looks to me like the battery is rechargeable. I just pulled it out of the box and I'm just using it. We'll see how long the battery lasts. I haven't charged it, I haven't done anything with it, but this is interesting. We'll give it a try. Well, at least this tells me that I'm in elk winter country, which is where I'm trying to get in. Looks like a younger cow. So winter kill means we're in the winter country. Now we just need to find the antlers. We got a lot of, kind of goes from these junipers and stuff down to some open flats. So we'll be trying to stay high like this and blast down into these flats. So see what we can turn up. It is super humid. I am soaked in sweat. The trick is you've got to stay on top of the hydration. Don't wait till you're thirsty. You're gonna have to take it in slowly all day. You can't just chug a water every now and again. You have to kind of slowly take it in so that your body can process it. It's never gonna be able to process water faster than you can sweat it out. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've drank water all day long and came home 10 and 12 and even 15 pounds lighter than I was in the morning, simply from water loss. Got to be careful. We're heading up to some really good country. So I'm using this rangefinder and this pack. I accidentally brought my razors today instead of my Furies instead of the razors. So I actually have my other rangefinder here, and I'm comparing them side by side. They're within a yard on everything that I'm shooting, but this Tidewe is hands down faster. The resolution on the screen is way more visible. I don't know how that'll translate to in lower light because it's black writing, but during the day in the bright light, it's super visible, super accurate, super quick. And this pack, I pulled it out of the bag, threw it on my back, pulled the two waist straps, pulled the two shoulder straps, and I've got it full of water here, pretty good load on here, and it's super comfortable, riding great. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't be more impressed so far. You guys know me, I got no axe to grind. I don't care one way or the other. If this thing had sucked, I'd be just as happy to say, hey, just want to let you guys know, this is, you know, this is not worth wasting your money on. But so far, I couldn't be more impressed. So we're going to keep pushing. I think we'll get up in here into some antlers. I've found at least 4 kills already in this area. Nothing with antlers yet, or I'd have showed them all to you. But let's keep going. I think we'll get into some antlers. All right. Finally. I see tine sticking up out of a bush. Man, it's stinking. Hot and humid. And we're just now, so this is the last climb to get up to that bench I was headed to. And look who just found it. Good girl, honey. Good girl. Good dog. Can you get that out of there? Oh, she's a good pup. She's a good pup. She can't get it out. Look at that. Nice elk. Looks like a hard white. 5-point. Great fronts on him. Look at that second. Peters out. I don't know if that's probably just a young bull. All right. Oh. We got the other side. We got a set. We got a set. Look at him. Right there. See? Oh, how I get so zoomed out. See my other side? We got a set. I knew it. So we've been a good sign. Lots of tracks, lots of droppings. I'm actually walking around a little bit of a site here, thinking maybe I'd see my first arrowhead from this area. There'll be some. This is clearly, this stuff here I believe is Fremont. I'll have to check. I won't pretend to be expert in this area because I'm new to this area, but it's similar time period of what I'm used to, but we typically call most of our stuff Pueblo or Anasazi, Basket Maker, etc. But I believe this stuff up here falls into the Fremont time period or Fremont classification. But just maybe that's a modern distinction, really. But anyway, check this out. We got us a side-by-side set. Let's check them out. We got us a side-by-side set. Here's one. Right over the hill as soon as we got to it. You can see the other one. Man, he's got crazy seconds. Look at the seconds on him. He's all seconds. On this side, he's just 4. Oh, he's got the third busted off. But look at that second on there. Third's busted off, so he's a 5-point. Crazy hook to his 5th. That's just a cool, weird bull. I like it. There we go. We are going to put a set of elk sheds on this pack, this Tidewe pack. See how they carry. Here we go. All right, let's see if I can show you this bull. The main thing that's cool on him is these crazy seconds. Look at that second. Look at that second. How long do you think that second is? Ooh. I'm going to say low 20s. Third broken off. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be right around 23. That's a cool bull. Cool bull. Crazy seconds. Hooked 5th. I like it. Let's get into some more. All right, we just got moving again. I just hit this little burn and I see an antler up here. I can't tell if it's a deer or an elk. If it's deer, it's big. If it's elk, it's small. We're just about to it. Let's see. Spot it with me. Where was it? Where was it? It was right in here someplace.
guys see it yet? I'm sure I saw an antler out here. Did I walk past it? Oh, no, there it is. Just saw the tip of it again. What do we got here? You see it now? Let me come at it from the side. What is it? I still don't know. I think it's a... Oh, it's okay. It's a raggy elk. Good girl. That one you can get. Oh, she's a good girl. She's a good girl. Hard white little guy. Good dog. She's the best. She's a good pup dog. All right. We are in the bone area now. So we'll keep going. I think probably most people would have hit that ridge across from me, so this one's a little harder to get to. And I haven't seen any human sign in a while, so maybe we'll stay in them here. Stay with me. Let's keep going. I do not have the pack for sure to bring out a pile of elk sheds, but we're going to keep going nonetheless. There'll be more. Did you find some water, honey? This right here is probably not any fun to be in a flash flood. We found some water. Make our way out. Alright, we got another little one. Maybe our match. I think so. 2 sets. If we got it right and left. Let's see. That is... pedicles probably don't match, so just another little bull. Funny, this grass right here isn't that tall, but I was nearly up on top of this one before I saw it, so see what else is hidden in here. We're kind of looping back now. It is hot. This is interesting. Dead head 2-point and a 2-point shed laying next to it. This lower country seems to be more deer than elk sign. I think we leave those together. About a mile from the truck. Good girl. Good girl. She's like, here. All right. It's the next day. We got Honey. We got Chunky Butt. We got Mr. Mankus out on his first ride in the vernal area. I haven't got to ride him in a few, almost probably several months since he's had a decent ride on him. Oh, anyway, we just left the truck. It's still right there, 300 yards behind us, and we got a little deer shed, little 4. We're just maybe a quarter mile to the east of where we were walking yesterday. So like I said, when I was down this lower stuff, it's mostly deer sign, and a few deer sheds I found were down in here. But as soon as we get up one level higher up there, I think we should get into some elk sheds again, I hope. And we'll see how we do today. Hey, now what do we got? Ooh, another 4, a little better on this one. Maybe it's the same buck. Maybe it's our match. We're a few hundred yards further up the ridge. But it's kind of cool that this ridge right here hasn't been hit, because nobody would have missed those. We're just hitting this sagebrush flat. Mr. Mankus is being a good boy. He's got about 30 pounds of lard on his butt that wasn't here last time we rode. So it's making him a little slower on the hills. Coming up slow, but he is being a good boy. Mankus. Let's see if we got our set. Looks like about the right age. I think it probably is. There we go. Got a good start going on the day. All right, I literally just swung up into the saddle. Can you see that? What do we got there? Another 4. Just sticking up different age. It's clearly not the match to the one I just picked up. But get out of the saddle here. Thing's hiding. Could have easily rode past that if I wasn't on the right line. Kind of a crabby little 4. What do you say we, I don't know, we do this with it right here. Right, Minkus? That way you don't have to carry it. You don't have to carry it, Mr. Fat Butt. Man, he's a good looking horse. Got another little guy right here. Probably not even gonna get out of the saddle for that one. I don't know about you guys, but my antler buyer doesn't really want to buy chalk deer anymore, so it is what it is. I mean, even if he was buying it, an antler like that is sometimes not worth the effort. And I appreciate it. I like every one. But I'm out here looking for something big. That's what keeps you moving, keeps you pushing, right? So I know some of you guys get offended when I leave them behind or don't pick some of them up, but if you get all piled up and loaded up with the ones that you're not out here looking for, sometimes you have to turn around and head back before you find the one you're looking for. So I don't want to have a whole pile of antlers hanging off this horse if they're going to be little chalky ones. So forgive me if I leave a few behind. We're rescuing the ones that are important, the ones that applied themselves. But that's cool. Four antlers so far on this ridge, and we're only, half mile in. Mr. Mankus is doing pretty good. This sand can't be easy. It's uphill and it's sandy. Oh, we might head up to some of those flats down there eventually. At least come back down through that way. I felt pretty confident that if we got to this flat, there would be an antler in it. And there is one at least right there. Maybe the best one of the day. Yeah, decent good forks on him. Not a lot of mass, but a hard white, deep forked buck. Let's see. Here's the advantage to being up on a horse. Down low, I'd have had to be pretty close to that thing. Up high up here, I got a pretty good view of all this sage. Minkus can't figure out why. Now that the walking's easy, I'm wanting to stop. He was liking the breaks when we were going up through the sand. All right, we want to match this one up. I like this buck. Like I said, he ain't got crazy mass on him, but whoa, whoa. Hang on. Good boy, Mr. Mankus. Check this dude out. Pretty good genetics on that buck. Young buck with some really good forks. I wouldn't mind seeing both sides of this. Let's give you a break and walk for a second, Mr. Mankus. Eat a mouthful of grass. Let me take you with me for just a second. I'll see if we can't walk it. Honey, go find the other side. Go find it. Find it. Where is it? So that buck was right here. He could have come up from this. Could have come up this hill. All right. I don't want to leave you hanging too long, but if obviously, I'll be right back if I find him. All right. We've been zigzagging back and forth across these flats trying to match up that 4-point. And I thought I did until I got over here a little closer. Come here, Angus. It's hot and the dogs are tired, but check this out. There's a side-by-side set. Big, heavy 3 bladed and 4 on the other side. Same age as that one, probably the buck that was with the one we're looking for. There's a cool set. All right. So I still got hopes that we're gonna match that one up. There's not a whole lot of this left to ride, but then there's another one of these flats on the other side of that ridge over there that we're gonna head to. Not quite as big as this one, but man, you gotta love that. Cool buck. Cool blading on him. Man, what a good day. We won't be able to stay too much longer. Chunky's just not taking the heat that well. So we're gonna probably start looping our way back here, but I mean, we're only less than a mile in, so it'll be a place we'll come back to. All right, we're climbing this hill. Pretty steep, so I got down off, but we got another. Man, there's a bunch of these little 4s in here, isn't there? Another little guy. We'll take that one. We'll take that one. Gonna keep motoring up this hill. Good boy, Minkies. Coming up from that bottom down there. Hot as it is, I'm not going to make him carry me up this. All right, check this out. I'm pretty proud of this spot. I'm coming down this pretty steep hill you can see behind me. And just the tips, right over the top of that dead tree, right there is an antler. Now, let me get you in a little closer. Can you see it yet? I'm going to put it right in the dead center. Probably not. Now you can start to see it. Looks like a good one. Pretty proud of that spot. Coming bombing off this hill and my eyes just caught those tips hitting the sunlight. It's one of those times where any other time of the day that would have been in probably shadow and I'd have never seen it. But here's the tricky thing is I don't know if we can get off here anywhere here. This is steep crap. But we're going to try and get down there to it. We'll get down to it. Just how easy it's going to be. Right, Minkus? Minkus is pretty good about going about anywhere I point him at. We might be able to get down right here. Especially on a lead rope. He's about as game as any horse I've ever taken into the hills. He will go if there's a way. I should have videoed some of the stuff we climbed up. Coming up the other side. Some pretty ledgy stuff. And he just bombed right up it. I mean, this right here is just steep. I don't know if you can see him. But he's game. All right, we're almost down to it. We found a direct route. Let me spin you around. There, yeah, looks like a good one. Be nice if both sides are there. You game to go down that, Minkus? All right, stay with me. We're gonna go bomb down this, and I'll show you that antler. Stay with me. Oh. Whoa. I went down. Minkus didn't. Some thick crap down here. Dang, this was a little older. Been there a minute. Whoa! He didn't want to stop in there. Yeah, that's a good buck. That's the best buck of the day. Big old frame. Let's see if we can't match this other side up. It could be laying down here all covered up in brush. All right, hold tight. I'm gonna leave Mancus right here and walk through this thick stuff for just a second. One spike antler, two spike antlers. Side by side set. Hey, come here, buddy. All right, come on. Stay there. Good girl. Come here, let's get this out of you. Hey, stay there. You're okay. Well, we got a dog heat stroking. Come on. Stay there, girl. Come on. Come on, Mancus. Well, as you can tell, that didn't go good. Chunky started sliding off, and when she did, her claws went down Mancus's sides, and he, of course, reacted. So I'm gonna have to carry Chunky out because she won't stay on Mancus, and he's not gonna let her ride up there shifting around. Couldn't find my phone for like 5 minutes. It was buried in the dirt here. You couldn't see, but I was the one that got kicked. As you can see, that pretty much went up my entire shin there. Feels nice. But we're gonna start heading out. We're gonna head out. I poured a couple water bottles over Chunky. You can see how her back end's giving out there. See, we've only been out here 3 hours maybe, and I've given her water probably 4 different times. Just that, I don't know, these dogs that have the dark on them, they just don't handle the heat. And I'll bet you it's not 80 today. It's way cooler. Honey does pretty good. She's doing good, but Chunky, she's gonna have to be carried out. Which is why I don't take Zoe anymore, because I had to carry Zoe out twice. Some dogs just can't handle humidity and heat. So here we go. Maybe we'll find a couple more antlers on the way out. If not, we'll recap it when I get out there. Got a fresh lion track in the bottom of the wash. Sorry, this is hard video. Just wanted to show you the predicament we're coming out of this in. This is where having a pack would have been nice, because I've had to strap a dog in a pack before and it's a little bit easier. I need both hands to do this, so she's not happy like this. So I'll be back. Well, it's raining now. They made it to the truck. Chunky's still pretty lethargic. She couldn't walk it all the way out, so I had to carry her. But I just kept pouring water on her, keeping her wet. She wouldn't drink very much. She'd drink a little bit each time I stopped. But anyway, have to check on her when I get back to the road here. So, other than that, that was a fun day. It was only, well, it was 82 when I got to the truck. Now it's showing 70 because it's raining. So it was only the very low 80s. Man, it was a nice day. I wish I'm not going to bring Chunky anymore, because I'd like to have spent more time out there. Definitely be hitting up that spot again. It's kind of funny because that ridge is literally one ridge less than a quarter mile to the east of the ridge I went up yesterday and found 4 elk sheds on. And today I found, what, 6 or 8 deer sheds and no elk sheds on that ridge. So be curious to learn that area a little bit more. Just wanted to wrap up on that pack and the rangefinder. Again, I didn't expect much out of them. I pretty much just assumed that they were going to be obviously very low quality and not worth the time or the money, but that is not my opinion now. That rangefinder is legitimately, I think, at least its function. I mean, I won't be able to say their durability, reliability, you know, how waterproof is it and that stuff, how does it do in the fog. I haven't got to use it in those types of things. But as far as just coming out of the box, being accurate, being quick, and just being super user friendly, I give it 10 out of 10. The pack, the only little problem I had with the pack, again, not enough straps, but almost no packs have enough straps. It was comfort was 10. You know, it's got all kinds of pockets and pockets within pockets and just almost overkill on pockets, but it's got, you know, you can organize stuff within it very well because there's pockets within the inside pockets and pockets on the outside and pockets down the sides. It's amazingly well put together. The only issue I had was the chest strap on the one side. They're kind of clipped on. One popped off and I looped it back around itself and on the thing and just used it that way. I did message the manufacturer yesterday and they said that they would actually look at that. But it just took me 30 seconds to fix it. And my Horn Hunter pack, that thing falls off at least once, if not twice, every single time I use it. So that's why I wasn't that worried about that. But I gotta say, the Tidewe, I don't even know how you pronounce it. I would say if you need to, you know, get some budget gear, especially if maybe you got a spouse, husband or wife, son or daughter, who's not like hardcore, but wants some gear, maybe someone younger or someone, or be, like I said, just, you know, some of us that don't want to spend a ton of money on gear, but do want stuff that actually works. I would say it's a recommend. It's a thumbs up for me. Well, half a thumbs up on this side, full thumbs up on this side. I will definitely keep you updated. I will use them more and see how they hold up over time. And if that's an issue, I will update you and let you know. But as for now, if you want a review on how to go hunting on a budget, I would say look at Tidewe and look at some of the things that they sell. They also have a trail camera that they offered to let me try, and I'll probably tell them, hey, send that to me, let me try it out too. If it's as good as that rangefinder, I would be impressed with it. Anyway, thanks for following along. That was a pretty good adventure. Elk sheds, deer sheds, heat stroke. I got kicked by a horse and had an awesome ride, and I appreciate everybody tagging along with me for it. We'll catch you later.